Hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. So we got the, what's this, the Rising Festival or something like that? So that's what we're gonna be focusing on first, because I've never done this one before. So it will be interesting. And then from there we'll probably do this Bard quest, and then continue on with the main quest. Rising attendant? Yeah. What do you have? In looking to the past, we take solace in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year, we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the Calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. And so, the streets are decorated with somber trappings, and the night sky is filled with vibrant fireworks. May the solemn atmosphere and bright lights above spur us to reflect on the doom portended by Dalmud, that we might give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. Okay. Wandering Minstrel. An adventurous ambition. The Wandering Minstrel is in search of inspiration. You are an adventurer, if I am not mistaken, and you are called Bella, you say? Well met, my friend. I am a humble minstrel, and it could only be a blessing from the navigator that you should approach me here and now. You see, I have been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this rising. I have in mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? Sure. I am truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in the Calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place for a talk in Limsa than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep, Bateron, and see if he has aught of interest to share. You know, this is interesting. This will most likely come out on 9/11, so I guess this is perfect. This is a commemoration of the past, and so is 9/11. Oh, come on, what's the harm? What's the harm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the harm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Racha? Ah, she's cute! There's this place I need to go to. The problem is, the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone what's clearly unprepared head out there and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. Don't even get me started on the damage it caused the guild's reputation, so you can forget about signing up until you're older, much older. But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? It comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. Oh, she's scheming. She's scheming, the little scamp. Is everything well? Aye, sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you could keep an eye on Racha? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. The timing of the Rising seemed to be of the essence of the little one. Intriguing. Would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, the nearest city exits the Tempest Gate, over by the Aft Castle. I suggest you begin by talking to Clindrail, the sentry yonder. Oh dear. See if there's anyone else to talk to over here. Oh, you got the Rising Vendor. What do you got? Oh, okay, so these are like just celebratory poppers. Okay, they do have fireworks going. Okay, so that's it. Go over here. The Yellow Jackets keep constant watch at every city gate. If Racha has come through, they will have surely seen her. The lowlands of Lenosha await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. At Baderon's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Mikode peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade, Ayoyo, outside, and I expect she has stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. "'Tis well the Yellow Jackets noticed her ere she had gotten far."
Damn it, they saw straight through my disguise.
And who might the two ye be? So, Baderon sent ye after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Racha, was it, dearie? Even without others telling ye ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that ye want to do so badly? You'd risk your life for this.
There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go.
We understand that you have your reasons, Racha. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option.
But I don't have any money. What adventurer would want to help a child anyway?
Why, our friend here, of course. You're putting me up for the job without my say? If you're happy with this humble vagrant. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Racha's stead. While part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song, above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand.
You'll really help me? Oh, thank you so much.
I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and she'll be able to help you all the better.
And place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Lenosha. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. But that's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it.
Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area, Ocean's Torch, is the only one civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish, anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. As I said, I'd never heard about ghosts appearing at the lighthouse. Wonder why Racha's so interested in them. If young Racha is headed to Ocean's Torch, then someone should report as much to Battaron.
So, what's your name, adventurer?
Bella.
Bella Stardust. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Ocean's Torch, and we'll see if the rumor about the ghost is true.
A light that ever burns. What's this? A wind-up Gulu Jaja? What? It watches your progress with great interest. It's not a Jaja Binks, is it? Racha is champing at the bit to set forth.
Are you ready to go, Bella?
As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to apprise Battaron of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt, will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right, to begin with, how about we head east to Madman Bridge? I'd give Racha a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now.
I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin.
And here it is, Madman Bridge. If you head north, you'll get to the Red Rooster Stead, but our destination takes us south. A vital route for trade is the bridge, but it prowls with bandits and fiends beyond. That's why it was given its name as a warning to younglings.
Look, a river, and there's some sort of street animal.
We sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been?
Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun.
That'd be Limlane Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you wasn't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Raj is from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let 'em think she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Ocean's Embrace, up this here hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. I want the flying puppy. I saw that one. It's a glowing flying puppy. I really hope you can get that during the story. Me fellow Yellow Jackets patrol these parts. Lest you worry, they know I ain't on some pleasure jaunts.
Wow, we're so high up. This is amazing.
I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. This bridge was built where tidal waves sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy.
Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Laminsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Bella? Do you like being an adventurer?
I'd rather not work at all, to be honest. That's my true thoughts, so I'm gonna say that.
Really? I guess it's not so simple. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it.
Seems Racha's got something she needs to get off her chest, and want to verify the rumor. Mayhap she... but there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. I mean, the only fun thing about being an adventurer is just the travel and sightseeing and experiencing food and people. That's it. Having to do menial errands and constantly fight for my life, I'd pass on that.
I see the lighthouse.
There's Ocheron's torch. One of the 2 lighthouses there what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper's a bloke named Rossensay. You can ask him about ghosts and anything else he like.
Lighthouse keeper. So, about the reason why I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse.
So that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things.
Aye, but a part of me wishes that the rumor was true, then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going.
Looking at the salt strand there. I can understand the desire to see those who are gone, to say words to them you couldn't in life. It's a feeling everyone knows at some point.
Wow, the sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing!
This area was added by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Dalamud came crashing down yonder. They say it caused aether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once.
At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother.
Rasenze's been here since the calamity. It's lonely work, and he's always glad to have guests.
Even if there aren't any ghosts,
Well now, if it ain't guests, what brings you to the torch? Ghosts are in the rising. For all me years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a specter.
So Father and Mother weren't ghosts after all.
But I must say, it's a surprise to see Rato's little girl here. Her parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. They had charge of Limlane's ring yonder. Nowadays, it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers, and grizzled ones at that, just to deliver supplies.
If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limsa Limisa during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know.
I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Limlane's ring. They built a breakwater, using anything and everything they had on hand, but in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives.
I see. They really were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish that they were still here.
This is just a thought, but how'd you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know, I'd be glad to share with you.
I'd like that. I like that very much.
And she'll be taken up under his wing and become a lighthouse keep herself.
Good morning, Bella. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my father and mother used to be. For the longest time, I'd felt as though they'd abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I missed them.
I understand how you feel.
In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you.
Her little freckles are cute. Beautiful sunrise.
So thank you for bringing me here.
Well, it ended up being a longer jaunt than expected, but I'm glad we did it.
Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you.
You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear?
Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothea won't be too mad at me.
You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect, in which case a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it Racha gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh?
Be seeing you, Bella.
Okay, where now? The anchor yard? Ah, welcome back, my friend. Was young Racha able to find that which she sought? So, her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it is impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Bella, not only for granting Racha's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? Yes, it comes to me, a verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day. Oh, the puppy! Follow the puppy! Greetings, Warrior of Light. What the? Who's this? This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps or perhaps not. Naoki Yoshida? I'm guessing this is one of the developers? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. I love this. This is like a note to the players. This is what I had resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that upon this journey of life that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. That reminded me, I think I did do this festival one time because it's very similar. It's like a note to the players. Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song, a song of journeys fulfilling. Well, in gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls, in silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light, that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart, to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain, where destination reach you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, Racha, and Ioyo shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. Well, you have unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest found in any room to play minigames. Sure. I'll probably never use that. But, wrong one. Let me change minion though. So let's just check out this one. So this one we got last time, the Gubu Sproutling. To achieve their cyclopean size, Gubus must maintain a daily diet of several times their own weight. Luckily, the beastskin are not finicky eaters and will consume almost anything that cannot outrun them. If rumors are to be believed, this includes Lalafels. That is horrifying. Is this a double-headed thing? What? Guru Cha-Cha, mightiest of the blessed, arise? Scubas are wont to devour anything and everything. Wow. Oh, right. I think someone mentioned that to me. Like, if you hover over the picture, they have, like, a little saying. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your chocobos. That's Buscaron. Oh, okay, so they mentioned, like, words or lines from characters. There's no finer feel than that of a chocobo between your legs. What? You could take that so many different ways. Oh dear. Curl got your tongue. I've got no words to mince with whelps, unless you're here to welcome a wolf. And that was Curious George. Or Curious Gorge. About a nutkin. I had no idea squirrels could bite so hard. What about Fat Cat? When the master's away, the cat will play. Four-legged and tall, with a pristine white coat and a single horn protruding from its brow. That's cute. Okay, I just wanted to read this one though. Designed in the likeness of Gulul Jaja, this mammoth was created to commemorate the 7th anniversary of his ascension as Dawn Servant. It would seem that those Mamulja who journeyed to Eorzea brought these units with them with the intent of impressing upon the locals the glory of their kind. So I'm guessing this is from the expansion. Let's see, what do I want? Let's go for Nutkin. Nutkin! Oh my god! He's got all the animals! That is some pig with a Vegeta afro. Vegeta pig? It's a Vegeta pig. The rising is an occasion to remember the past while looking towards the future. Many take to the road in solemn reflection, and should you have the time to spare, mayhap you would like to do the same. Okay, so let's go to Gridania. I wanted to come over here really quick and see if we can level up our rank. Apply for promotion. Okay, so we need 4,000. We're getting there. Just a few more events. We should be able to do it. Okay, so we'll come over here. Doing it the Bard way. What do we get here? Rain of Death. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100 to target and all enemies nearby it. Looks amazing. Chantel assents to sing for you the Ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. Welcome back, Bella. By your tranquil countenance, it is plain that both your body and soul are in readiness for the next stage of your journey. Very well. The time is ripe that I teach you the Ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. The song tells the tale of an archer of the gods' quiver, whose peerless skill was surpassed only by his hubris. Alas, that hubris led to the annihilation of his entire regiment at the battle which has come to be called the Massacre of Griffin Crossing. Standing guard in dead of night, an archer wearying of the sight, drunk on pride and starved of glory, forsook his post to claim victory. 10 score yams had the archer crept, when the shriek sprang out whence his comrades slept. For he was not there to see the knives, nor to ring the bell and save Francis' lives. Tell me, Bella, what lessons can be learned from this tale? Ah, but hold that thought. What your tongue claims to understand interests me not. As before, I'd sooner have you demonstrate the fruits of your learning with bow in hand. This time, however, you shall have the pleasure of my company. I would have you escort me to the Gelmora ruins in the North Shroud. It is there that some few fallen from the massacre of Griffin Crossing have been laid to rest. Pray honor this place of remembrance with a bouquet of lilies. Heed me, oppuissant Althic. Cast thee back the reins to the firmament, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Okay, come over here. Okay. It's the Great Oak. So big. Oh, no. I am stuck. This is like a difficult place to fight. These things are like just aggroing me. Get out of my face. Oh no. Oh my god. Alright, I'm getting out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. There's way too much going on. Get away from me. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that one. Can I just do the, I'll kill you because you annoy the fuck out of me. I'm gonna ignore you and just do this. Alright, so what are we replacing here? Nimia lilies? Bouquets such as these are oft used as offerings to the dead. The enemy van. No, I cannot. Why? Why do I still draw breath? That a sin of the past would beget another. Forgive me, Bella. As you have doubtless noticed, I am no longer capable of wielding a bow. I, whom they call the God's Bow. I had hoped that the years would take the edge off the memories, but I hoped in vain. Absolution does not come so easily. Heed me well, Bella, for I shall reveal all to you. The man sung of in the ballad of the vainglorious fool, whose hubris doomed an entire regiment, he and I are one and the same. Being no stranger to the bow, you will know that the archer's role in battle is that of support. His charge is to thin out the enemy line, that his comrades might gain ground in the field of battle. By that most basic of criteria, I was unfit to hold a bow from the first. In my pride and lust for glory, I sent countless souls to a bloody grave, good men and women all, with loved ones and bright futures awaiting them. I lost the will to live that day, becoming an empty husk of a man, tormented in sleep and wakefulness both by the memories of my crime. But the gods were not without mercy. They gifted me with song that I might find a measure of solace in my wretched existence. A new melody resounds within you, I see. Though this outing was rather far departed from what I had in mind, that it still bore fruit gives me comfort. On that note, let us conclude the lesson. I dare say I have no cause to worry that you will repeat the self-same mistake as the vainglorious fool. Bella, I would be alone for a while. Take yourself back to camp. I shall make my own way there presently.
Napkins on my shoulder. Take it in. He's so cute.
I am glad to see you safely returned, though I rasp my voice hoarse through the saying of it. I cannot tell you enough times how much I regret dragging you into such danger. And yet there is more I would ask of you. If you would do me the kindness of lending your ear, then pray speak now. Okay, so we get Reign of Death. Shares a recast timer with Bloodletter. Let me put Bloodletter here. Put that there. Okay, let's try that. That's 100, that's 110. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that. Pieces of the past. Chantal has a request for you. Will you listen to my request, though you know me for the vainglorious fool I am? I am humbled. The boon I ask of you is simple. I would have you sing for me. Yes. A heartfelt performance, masterfully delivered. You have come far in such a short time, my young apprentice. Hearing your song this day, I am convinced that you are well on your way to surpassing me, as bard and archer both. Soon there will be naught left for me to impart to you. Bella, you have proven yourself worthy of the consecrated garments worn by the true bards of old to honor the keeper. I speak of the choral attire. The attire was entrusted to me when Pukno-Poki and I first met, deep within the Twelves Wood. The Moogle and I had traded scarce more than a handful of words when he proffered to me the attire along with the soul of the bard. At that time, I knew not the true power of song, and so declined the gifts, but Pukno-Poki would not be denied. For all his good humor, the Moogle can be as unmoving as a rock. The attire chooses the wearer, not the other way round, he insisted, and I found myself yielding to his will. In mastering the verses of war, I won acclaim beyond my wildest dreams upon the field of battle, and for a time I was well pleased. Alas, my lust for glory knew no bounds, the consequence of which you are already aware. It was in the wake of the massacre of Griffin Crossing. Stricken with guilt, I wanted not more than the earth to open up to swallow me whole. I had lost the will to live, aye, but I was too craven to end it myself. And so I took to wandering aimlessly, in search of a place to die, far away from the judging eyes of men. Disillusioned with the power of song, I committed an act of folly. I scattered the choral attire across the realm. If truly the attire chooses the wearer, I challenged, then let it find its way back to me. Determined that I would not be proven wrong, I went to great pains to ensure that the attire would never again see the light of day, and the pieces now rest in places of peril. Being the proud fool that I was, it never crossed my mind that mayhap another was meant to don it. I would entrust the choral attire to you, Bella, but as you can see, you must needs brave the dangers to claim it. I shall mark its whereabouts on your map, but I can afford you no further aid beyond that. I am deeply sorry that my folly of years past has entailed this burden upon you, but Althic works in mysterious ways. In his wisdom, it may be that he has sent this trial to test your spirit. I mean not for my sentiments to encumber you, but I am convinced that you are the one chosen by the choral attire. But pray do not take that as license for complacency. Trials wouldn't be called such if they failed to tax one's ability. Stay ever on your toes, Bella. I would have you return whole of body, and bearing the 4 parts of my surrendered raiment. Heed me, O puissant Dalthic, revere thee the seasons is turning, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Okay, so let's see here. That's in Lenosha. Whereabouts in Lenosha? Okay, over there. So there's Gift, that's over here, so we can get that one. That's in Thanalan. So we haven't been there yet. And this is in the East Shroud. Okay, so I guess we can go to Ur's Gift. Let's do that one. I might not do this one fully. But we'll see. No. Yeah, because I might want to be of a higher rank. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I might wait. I feel like I should wait. I'm lost. Come this way. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna continue on with the main story for a bit, and then we'll continue with this one. Is there a way? What level is this one? This is level 34. Okay. So I think this one is level 35, so I'll wait. A frightened villager. I'll be right there. Hold on. What be going on? Was that screaming I heard? I'm not sure I want to know. You heard that commotion just now. What in the seven hells were they doing in there? Wrestling at paste? You look like an adventurous type. Mind taking a quick look? Tara's not here. Oh no! It'd be more impactful if there were pools of blood. Oh no! Azuna Tayun! Persevane! Because you got the Imperial there. My dudes, who were nameless. Uli. Abba. Nameless lady. Merchant. Herbert. What's her name? Leaving? Oh no. Oh no! Clive! Clive's dead! In both games! How sad. Sad's flow. Clive's sis. And that lady. Neuraxia!
This one is glad. Lucky one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
And Taru! Protect the bean!
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
I feel he's pretty brave to not flinch that much.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
A traitor! A traitor amongst the mists! Ew! How could you bruise the cabbage? Don't you know?
No!
Cabbage bruises easily.
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough!
Yeah, he seemed like he was a little too
We
stabby
leave.
happy.
Bring the prisoners.
Walking one Manophilia. I just want to, in case walking one returned, as one was to stay at church in Eastern Thailand. Walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried protecting Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save.
We knew you too short, Norexia. Okay. Camp Drybone. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is very emotional, but, like, I'm a master of my emotions, so I'm just here to lament. The wild rose is our dead father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses, I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marcus, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marcus. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marcus is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll on his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marcus, I want you to look after Bella. Do you understand? Yes, Father. You can't take it with you. Marcus has a personal request to make of you. Excuse me, Bella. Do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horloge, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nosed pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. If there is anything I can do, please ask. Do you have wine? To drown my sorrows. Plagued by indecision, the ache you carry cannot have escaped Father Iliad's sharp eyes, yet he makes no note of it. Death begets death, especially in those places where privation is the sovereign. A corse left unburied is as rich a field to Vilken, where they may sow pestilence and water it with their miasma. Nowhere is the rule of privation so apparent as in Lost Hope. A man may die upon the roadside there and go unclaimed, for no ties bind these unhappy folk together except a common misfortune. Their homelands are no more. But as long as they live, some hope remains, and so we must thwart pestilence ere it begins. Will you deliver this repellent to their den of sorrow? So I guess they're out here. Mr. Slipshod and Miss Uptight. Foundrek is a breath of fresh air in this house of tears and melancholy. Very angry air. She needs you to find someone and quick. Where is that turnip head? We have already waited some hours for my cousin, and still he dallies. Thou knows where. He is ever late. I do not understand why he cannot simply depart early. Still, I confess, I am fond of the fool. I would go look for him, but his route winds close to the Halatali training grounds, and they say 'tis a rump of beasts there, beasts of the most dangerous kind. You are an adventurer, and surely this is the sort of thing that, oh, I don't know, makes your blood sing, heart boil, or some such piffle. Will you look for my feckless cousin? Out of whole cloth. Dedaju needs your help to mend a humble linen investment. Psst, you that wanderer working adventurer, you can work some for me today. See, the father asked me to mend this vestment, but look, both the weft and the weave's gone there and there. I'll need more cloth than I have. There's a merchant at Blackbird Station right now. He'll give you what I need. Hurry on, off to Central Danaland you go. The Voyage of the Gubu. Rousing himself from a considerable gloom, Byrian seems thankful for your presence. Or Baron? The sun has shone upon a terrible sight today. One of the Berevd wished to place upon the grave of his beloved a sprig of Althic lavender. He strayed far, for the flower is sparse in these parts, and was grievously wounded by fiends. Grief makes us all slow in wits and limb, and I fear that these attacks will not cease until the creatures are gone. I pray you, banish the foul things. They were last seen to the east, near the remains of a gubu. I can't go down that way. That is cool. I got you, Nutkin. Okay, so we need to go to... That's over there as well. So yeah, we need to go to Blackbrush first. Ah, look at old Dove from afar. It's always impressive. Came from Dedeju, did you? I was wondering where she'd gone to. Stopped by her shop the other day. Was going to offer her a cup of tea. She missed a nice one, an amber sip from Kurthis. Her usual, I'm assuming. The tattered linen, yes madam. Now, you go misapprehending. It's nice and soft, so she can pull out the threads and reweaves what she's mending. Here you go. Marvelously mutable materia. Guess we can go unlock that if we have to. Where am I going? Over here? What business do you have here, stranger? Oh, you come from the Church of Saint Adamalundama? Vilken repellent. When lit, this incense releases a citrus-like aroma that most Vilken abhor. Ah, the Vilken repellent. The good father told me last moon of this plan. He is a man that keeps his word, and 'twas kind of him to have you deliver it. Did he tell you where and how these are to be used? I fear I have little knowledge of alchemy. How dare you be doing shady business back here? Growing somnus. Thank you, stranger. This place may seem wretched to you, and none here would deny it is, but last year it had the look of a charnel house, so fiercely did the pestilence rage. Tell Father Iliad we owe him a debt of life. I confess, though, I wonder if we are saved from a plague only to perish in war. We have little love for Garlemald here, and news of them who burned our homes travels fast. What chance does Lost Hope have against the force that plucked Alamigo like a ripe peach? Fight or flee, we must make plans, yet few have ears to listen to me. They have too much to fear already, too many demons to slay every hour. Even though I don't work with materia, let's just see what this unlocks. Marvelously mutable materia. Kokosamu would share news of his master's latest advance in the arcane art of materia manipulation. Riddle me this, friend. Have you ever found yourself in an unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia, save for the source you wanted the most? Well, I have, and I tell you, it felt like I had brought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now, I ask ye, what if there were a way to melt down a couple pieces of materia that weren't availing you not, and mold them into a shiny new piece that, nimmy a willin', just might strike your fancy? This most handy procedure is something we like to call shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mudamix calls it. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favor with adventurers like yourself. How's it all work, ye ask? I could tell ye, but why ask the student when ye can learn from the master? You'll find Mudamix right over there, likely jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flaps about his discovery. Yeah, because I think if you wanted to continue, I think you have to have like a crafting class. Shka, Uplander seeks knowings of shifty making, yes? Then Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Mudamix. Process of shifty making is a big help use. First, be taking 5 knee-knot materia, yes? Melty mix this one, mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash them big eyes. 5 knee-knot are reborn as one shiny new. Shko, but shifty making is not simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much and many, and Uplander's brain case, though big for Uplander, is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, bring them to Tent Ring. Mudamix will shifty make for Uplander. Mudamix will perform materia transmutation for you at any time, free of charge. Bring the goblin 5 pieces of unwanted materia, and he will transmute them into a single new piece to use as you see fit. That said, materia transmutation remains an inexact science. As for what manner of materia will emerge each time, Mudamix works his wonders. Not even the goblin genius himself can say. So it's like, if you have 5, but it's like a chance, so you don't know if you're going to get a good one or not. It's like at that point, just sell them. Okay, we are going back. Where's this one? That's right. Yeah, let's go to Camp Tribone. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Thank you thrice. Saw those rather nasty brutes coming and thought, well, nothing much really beyond. They really should take old Halatali down. The place has absolutely gone to pot. Oh, look at the time. Mustn't keep the burial waiting too much longer. I suppose my cousin Fondek, she of the over-tight corset, is none too pleased. A ballpoint chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. Weighty coin purse, a small yet heavy leather sack containing presumably roughly the amount of gil needed to purchase the tools requested by Marcus. Any surplus coin could be considered commission owed to whichever party in the transaction is bright enough to claim it as their own. $1,000 balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. You again. Before you ask, no, I don't do refunds. Not that there's anything wrong with the fine tools I sold you. Oh, thank you. He is absolutely incorrigible, but to think we might have had to bury him as well. Then again, that's one burial he wouldn't have been late for. There's a thought. Oops. Did that too quickly. It's fine. There you are. Did you get what I need? Tattered linen. In addition to being tattered, it is also frayed, torn, moth-eaten, lice-ridden, and stained with what appears to be blood. You get what you pay for. Wow. Much appreciated, Venture. Now we'll see how nimble these fingers are. The father needs this right soon, he said, going out on some priestly business. This is a piece of piss compared to the last order, though. Excuse the salty talk. 'Twas big as a house and burnt as a slattern supper. Father Ilya brought it, but it looked to be for that lich-keeper fellow. When the calamity struck, it sundered life everywhere, and not only among our races. Look around, and you will see how things have fallen apart. Feet, claws, roots, all have been torn from the earth they were planted on. The dead Gubu was a child of Kurthus. The calamity shattered its native mountains, and it fled before destruction as a caravan flies before a sandstorm. Years it wandered. We found it dying and received its memories. It had gathered seeds from every land it passed through, and they flower upon its corpse, a living map of its loss and exile. North to south, mountains to the desert, cloudberry and shooting stars, marybells and cliff roses, Althig lavender from lower Thanalan, even rose lilies from Bloodshore. To wander is a dream and a nightmare. Adventurers such as yourself must know it better than I, but I imagine there are days when the flame of an adventure gutters and you feel yourself to be the bereft of those in lost hope, and upon us no flowers grow. Scent of cinnamon. There is an air of mystery about Brother Baron. He would bid you help him with the gift. So generous is Father Ilya to so many. He feeds, clothes, and physics them tirelessly, yet he has none to do for him what he does for others. I would show him my appreciation with a special gift, but sadly my meager purse is not enough. Will you speak to the other brothers and sisters and see what they too feel as I do? I have made arrangements with Ermagard, who runs a concern at Camp Drybone. If you are successful in raising the funds, will you deliver the gil to her? Be silent and take my gil. Pray forgive my outburst, good madam. It is only that I owe Father Ilya my life, and an opportunity to give him something, no matter how small, sets my spirit afire. Well, thank you. Thank you, Bella. Sometimes for what ails us in thinking, we find relief in doing. The administration to exiles is one of the duties of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. I pray that someday, with the grace of the gods, they may find again what they have lost. Have you brought the tools I requested? Ballpoint chisel. Unlike carpenter's chisels, which have flat heads, the ballpoint chisel has a pointed one and is used by expert goldsmiths to perforate soft metals. Needle nose pincers. This tool is often employed by goldsmiths or clockwork engineers to seize it and manipulate minuscule pieces of wire. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Bella. This was a mistake. Please give the Holorage to Sister Elund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Alright, let's go down to Camp Drybone really quick. A guilt for Father Iliad. Of course, it does not take thought to see the good in him. It warms my heart that Brother Baron would go to such trouble. Thank you both for your efforts. Greetings, Bella. Brother Baron said you might be coming by. A gift for Father Iliad, he says. Sack of Gil, a heavy leather pouch entrusted to you by Brother Ismore. It must contain hundreds of coins. A heavier leather pouch entrusted to you by Sister Sosoru. You cannot begin to guess how much coin it might contain. The good father must be a man much beloved from the weight of these sacks. I have given this matter much thought. A consignment of high-quality spices arrived just this day. Mayhap cinnamon cookies would suit. I have received many a kind word from my customers about my cookies, if I may say so. I have also observed the good father linger at my store whenever a fresh batch was to be smelt coming out of the oven. But the only times he spent his gil on cookies and cakes, it was for the children of Lost Hope. I want a cinnamon cookie. Have it be a pumpkin spice cookie. So usually pumpkin spice has cinnamon. Good morrow to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Repaired Holorage. By some manner of clockwork wizardry, this strange contraption can precisely measure and follow the 24 bells in a single turn of the sun. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time? Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marcus said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marcus manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. Cinnamon cookies! Crisp, buttery cookies dusted with a hint of fragrant cinnamon. Ooh! Is this better than what I have? It is. Oak longbow. Finally. Bringing out the dead. Sister Eliand is staring at you with great sadness in her eyes. I recognize you now, Bella. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. Good morning to you, Bella. What brings you to this place?
Cinnamon cookie, here you go.
What? How? Cinnamon cookies, by Thal. A gift, you say? From Brother Baron, Brother Esmore, and Sister Zozoru? How kind they are. I could tell them there was no need, but our order teaches us to see a need despite the needy's disavowals. I shall thank them from my heart. I had a son, and through his happy marriage, a daughter. Well matched they were, and well met. Their house smelt of good things like this, and there was always an open peg for my cloak and a tall glass of mint tea. When they died, Aww. Was Father Iliad pleased? Oh, that is good. And I believe it does his heart good to give word to his sorrows. That is what we tell the bereaved in the Lichyards, that grief must be both shrieked and spoken. I had heard that Father Iliad had suffered a great loss in the calamity, yet his heart grows as large as a palace, and scores dwell there in a haven he makes of it. Would that someday I am half the man he is. Okay, now we're at 35. We can unlock this one. Oh, you got two different ones here. But we're doing this one, the Braving New Depths. Nedrick has a tantalizing bit of information to share with an adventurer. Hail, adventurer. You wear the expression of one who seeks new battlegrounds to hone your bargaining skills. Do not ask how Nedrick knows. He simply knows. Now, tell me, are you perchance familiar with the sunken temple of Karn? I will not hold it against you if you are not. The ruins only surfaced where the calamity split the ground asunder, after all. Any road, it's a popular destination these days for adventurers looking for new frontiers to explore. If you're keen to join them, why not make the journey to southern Thunland and visit the temple for yourself? What with the many dangers that lurk within, the immortal flames are keeping close watch over the place, but a Lullafell by the name of Bibimu should be able to offer you passage. Going for the gold is 47. So we'll be skipping that. Hey, you don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares to tell ye. Goddamned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. Start with stats flow. Persevane. Clive. Unknown Lalafell. Yeah, I just have the magic to turn them into flowers, so it's easier to carry. What happened to the big fella? Forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss them in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Scion corpse. How you are able to fit this stiff scion of the 7th Dawn corpse into your bag is a mystery, best left unsolved. Oh, ain't you a strong one? 4 in 1 trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Ugh. Another unknown Lalafell. Who's this? An unknown Alamigan. Clive's sister. Neuraxia. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. Alright, it says the same thing. A Neuraxia's corpse. The sylph's peaceful expression belies the fact she no longer lives. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. What? Wondering why I'm still here? Hells, I don't need to rush. Ain't like these folk have pressing appointments to keep, you know. Well, they be stinking up your carriage. This way. Welcome to Sunken Temple of Karn, or what remains of it at least, used by ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Ezima. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace, that is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Baladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares, to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. Let me see here. Oh, you can't do it with the NPCs. Under the unforgiving Thanalan sun lie the ruins of an ancient temple half devoured by the shifting sands of a timeless desert. Though used by ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Ezima, portions of the massive underground structure appear to be far older than the 6th Astral Era civilization. That, however, did not deter Baladian sultans from each aiding their own chambers to the original construct in a bid to achieve immortality through creation. In the subsequent years since the fall of Valadia, many an adventurer has sought to explore the temple's mysteries, and perhaps return with the treasure of a lost era, only to fall victim to one of the complex traps set to prevent that very thing from happening. Let's do it. Let's eat some food here. Got mugwort carp. Eat that. Alright. I think I've done this maybe once before. A long time ago. That is so cool in the background. Kind of looks Mayan. Amazing. What's over here? A warden? Engraving is too worn to decipher. Huh? Can I jump down? I can. Could take the stairs down. It's over here. Nothing, just blocked. Okay. Helm of Might. Spacer, what's that? I remember, kill the bees. That's all I remember. Is that the only bee? Kill the bee. Gem of Influence. What's that? Terra Totar? Do I have to stand on these things? Kill the wasps. Kill the wasps. What's it doing? You have been afflicted with doom? Good. What's this? Kill the wasps. Okay. I wanted to check what was over here. Nothing. else around here? What did I see? These cool crystals things. What? See stuff over there. Can go that way, but what's in here? Fruit of knowledge. Nothing over here. Okay. Oh, I thought there was a hole or something. What's down here? Nothing. The condemned. What do we got in here? Target the soul stone. No! How did he die? Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Might have to do this one over. 'Cause I don't have a res. Thaumaturge is dead. Might be able to do this? I don't know. I can't revive them, can I? I can't. Oh shit. Are they revived? Oh, thank God. Come on, Thaumaturge. Reviving. Good. At least we made it. Stone pedestal. Oh, geez. I don't know. Fruit of knowledge? What does that do? Is that wrong? Still coming though. Ten water shards. Was it worth it? Gem of influence. Okay, that one was correct. Wind shards. Try. Nope, that was wrong. Vault of Aether. I'll try again. See if this works. No. Wonder if this is just crafting material. Save yourself, Conjurer. Oh dear. Okay, then it has to be the fruit of knowledge here. Sure, I'll try. It was wrong. This is so like an Indiana Jones thing. hopefully you can still get through. What? Creeping darkness. Oh, that's not good. Ice. How dare ya? Yay, we did it. We did it, guys. We were like Indiana Jones. Where's the big round boulder that's gonna crush us? Okay. So now we can go back to Camp Drybone. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Alright, I think that's a good place to end it for today. We got quite a bit done. We did the Rising Festival. We did the first part of the job quest, and then next time I'll brave those areas and actually finish that off to get those pieces for the Bard outfit, and then we will continue on with the main story. And then we also did a side dungeon today, so we got quite a bit done. Alright, give a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!